Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom, and welcome back to another Jasmy update. We want to be taking a look at the Jasmy price at one more time, as of course a lot of people are asking, is it actually now the right time to be buying Jasmy and ride the next huge price bump to the upside, obviously. But in the last couple of videos, or maybe I should actually say my last 3 updates, I was saying that it wasn't the right time to be buying Jasmy. In fact, if you had made a lot of money on the Jasmy price at here, if you were buying with me down here, it would have actually been a much better idea to be selling, or maybe, you know, releasing your initial capital or something like that, right? Because a crash was gonna come. I was predicting a 30% crash or stuff like that, right? Not because I hate Jasmy or what, but basically that's just what happens in this market time and again. And of course, we are not only talking about these things, we're also literally putting our money where our mouth is. We went on to open a short position in our trading group, turned out to be successful, 123% on a day when Jasmy is actually down something like 30%. So that was fantastic. But the question here may be, why are we even actually buying Jasmy, right? So let me go ahead and show you a certain structure on the Jasmy price chart that I have been showing here on the channel for quite some time. But you know, the channel has grown actually, and I think not a lot of people have actually seen the chart to begin with, right? So this is the Jasmy price chart here, not the whole Jasmy price chart, but just a fractal inside of the Jasmy price chart, and we are treating the top of this fractal here as the all-time high. So that's something like 33 cents here on Jasmy. But I want you to compare this structure here to things like Cardano. Look at Cardano. This was back then in 2018, some kind of structure that is being exhibited by Jasmy right there. We also have got Neocoin. You can still see the same structure right there. We also have got things like Sia coin, and we also have got even the king of altcoins itself, right? Ethereum, having the same structure with the Jasmy price chart. Now, this actually makes me really bullish, because we have been following this structure. We used it to draw like worst case scenarios on the Jasmy price chart, as well as even the best case scenarios, of which the best case scenario was with Ethereum. We're using Fibonacci retracement tools, right? So if you just go ahead and do something like this here with your Fibonacci retracement tools, I'm trying to see it. It's here, right? From the very top of the structure, which we were saying that we are treating 33 cents as the all-time high, to the very bottom of the structure there, you obviously see some levels right here. But then again, if you just go ahead and apply the same concept to all those prices, because you know, Fibonacci retracement levels are just pretty much standard for every chart, right? So you can actually see that Cardano eventually ended up maybe trying to approach the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level right there. And then if we do the same thing with Neocoin here, you actually see that it actually managed something like a 702 Fibonacci retracement level. Then Sia coin, which we were treating as the worst case scenario there, from the top of the structure right there to the very bottom, you see something like a 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level right there. And then for Ethereum, same structure, really applying the same concept from top to bottom. Here you are looking at something like here 2.618, 3.618 to be specific, because you know, it actually extended right here. So a 3.618 extension level right there. This is where I was saying that would be the best case scenario for Jasmy here, and that price is actually something like $1.20 here. But let's just work with the worst case scenario. For example, here we were looking at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. You can actually see that we are looking at something like 16.5 cents here for Jasmy. Even like from where the price is sitting right now to something like 16.5 cents, that's actually like massive in terms of gains, right? That's actually something more than a 10x, right? It's showing something like almost, you know, a 15x, whatever the case may be. That's actually something that is good in my humble opinion. I don't know about your needs, but 15x is something that is not small for the worst case scenario here for Jasmy. So this is where we are coming from, and I think it actually makes sense to be looking to buying Jasmy, because it's so bullish that even the worst case scenario is something like a 15x. But just going back to the shorter time frame perspective here on the Jasmy price chart, if we take a look at the price chart on a daily time frame, you still see that we are still out of that wake of accumulation pattern. And what usually happens after you have broken out of this, you usually have something that is called a sign of strength, right? And that usually happens on top of the support level. So it's actually very normal to expect the Jasmy to revisit its support levels, where the support levels seated at. The problem that we are facing here, and really this is the problem that you're going to face in crypto in any case, right? The ranges of these support levels are actually very wide. For example, in this case here on the Jasmy price, that our support levels range from something like 1.2 cents all the way down to something like $0.0084 per Jasmy. So we are talking about a support range which in itself is just from the very top of the support right there to the bottom of the support level. We are looking at something like a 30%. So really in this case, what do you do, right? Are you going to buy the top of the support, which is at 1.2, or you're going to wait for something like $0.0084 here on the Jasmy price. So this is really where it gets difficult, and a lot of people cannot stomach this kind of percentages. But crypto is rough. For your own information, I think you already know that, but the market really doesn't care that Jasmy has crashed 50%, 60%. It really doesn't care. I've done a great job explaining or showing you some of the recent examples where you see something like pumping massively, and then all of a sudden it pulls down something like 60%, 30%, 40%, whatever the case may be. The market really doesn't care. In fact, the market is there to take the most amount of money from the most number of people, right, if possible. So we already know that we are actually playing against odds right there. So the best thing to be doing, in my humble opinion, obviously, is we can still see that yes, Jasmy is now crashing, right? 1-2 days, bright days. Today actually turned green just now, but I still don't see any bottoming signs here on the Jasmy price. That I really would be much more comfortable if I see the price dipping lower into something like 1.2 and even going maybe to something like 0.9 cents or something like that. So because this is crypto, you may still see a 10-15% rise in here, but then again, slowly but surely this thing will be back tested one more time, and then off it goes to the, you know, whatever it goes, right? But here I think the most important to do, right, with this kind of a range here, a 25% range in terms of support level, I think dollar cost averaging in will actually be the main strategy, right? Once we start dipping into the support level here, 1.2, start buying right there, right? You buy as the price is going to the downside, because you know, one way or the other, we are in a very bullish work of accumulation pattern here. But also it's really important to acknowledge that these things need to be back tested. The earlier these things are back tested, actually, the better it is for the Jasmy price. So yes, I still think that we still have got room to the downside. Yes, in the immediate short term, we may still see 10% pump here. It's going to excite a lot of people, but I just haven't seen bottoming signs. This is all I can say at the moment, right? But obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share this video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.